All right, so let's go through this diagram. We're not going to pay attention to the A, B, C, D information right now. We're just going to go through the structure. So you have a bone, and attached to the long bone, we have a tendon that is made out of epimysium. The epimysium cements itself to the bone and then becomes the outer covering of the muscle body, or the entire muscle bundle, which would be the entire muscle belly. Sometimes we call that a belly of a muscle. If you cut away into the epimysium, the exterior connective tissue, you're going to see a whole bunch of circular structures, which are fascicles. Fascicles are these smaller units that are tucked away. They can fire individually, or they can all fire at once. That is very rare that all fascicles would fire at one time. Usually it's some combination of a few of these, determining the strength of the impulse. However, covering the fascicle is the paramecium. Paramecium is going to be the connective tissue that's between each of those fascicles inside the big bundle, as well as around each individual fascicle. As we zoom in even farther, you're going to get into the muscle cell itself, which is called a myofiber. Myofiber is the muscle cell, and down a little bit lower, we have a smaller image of a blown up muscle cell, a shortened abbreviated one. But what I want you to know is there's 4 nuclei on that one cell, and there's a whole bunch of mitochondria, and they're not just on the surface, they're actually embedded in that cell as well. So throughout that muscle cell, which is actually called a myofiber, you're going to see a huge number of mitochondria and an unusually high number of nuclei. Most cells just have one small nuclei. In that muscle fiber are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of individual myofibers, which really is the connecting unit inside of a muscle. It is the protein structures that are made primarily up of actin and myosin. So let's go ahead and zoom out and let's take a look. So in our singular muscle cell down low, you can see this banding pattern. The banding pattern is made of the contracting structures called sarcomeres. Sarcomeres are what our last little section is about, which is this image here. A sarcomere is the smallest unit of contraction, and it is where the myosin, in the presence of lots and lots of calcium, the myosin can grab onto the actin and pull the actin in towards it, drawing the Z lines on the left and the right side of the sarcomere towards each other, and in turn shortening the muscle fiber, shortening the myofibril, which in turn shortens the myofiber, or the cell, which shortens the fascicle, which causes this muscle belly to get shorter and become more bulbous. Thank you.